Hi, Delulu. Welcome back. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Garet, and we're your hosts of Modern Gaze. Have you ever thought that delusion could actually achieve your wildest dreams? Well, on today's episode, we're going to be unpacking Delulu. What does it mean? How are you delusional throughout your life or what you are working towards? And how can you use delusion to actually set goals to achieve exactly what you want?
I'm actually loving right now on Housewives of Dubai, who is delusional as fuck, is Chanel.
Yes.
She's delusional. She is like, I am fabulous. I am that bitch.
She's absolutely delusional.
But I actually live for it. Like, I live.
Well, the term Delulu, it started as like this fun social media jab where people were unrealistic, had these stupid fantasies, but it's actually converted into something a bit more profound now. I think to be Delulu is to really mean that you have this audacity to dream big.
Yeah.
You know, what you think or what you want can sometimes feel like it defies convention, but it's actually achievable to you.
I think so. And I also think in today's world, Delulu actually has adopted remain positive even when things are tough. It's like, be confident, be fearless, and no dream is too big.
Yes. I mean, I think that we were quite delusional
in our whole life.
many times throughout our entire life. And especially even together, like as we found one another, we have had some many delusional ideas.
Okay, but listen, when we have had those delusional ideas, we have gotten out of every single one of them.
I mean, or gotten fully into them and like gotten lost into it and had this really crazy adventure.
And then it worked out.
And then somehow, if it didn't work out, it brought us to where we needed to be.
Yes.
We were so delusional when we even first met, because when we first met, we like within months of meeting, we actually started working on a business together. And this business idea was to create a line of supplements that would help people have clear, more glowing skin.
Healthy skin. Because at the time, I was suffering with acne really bad, like terrible cystic acne, like with massive lumps on my forehead. I was actually really frustrated with not being able to have a solution for it.
Yeah. And we had tried like a bunch of supplements and collagen and this, that, and whatever. And we actually found like good mixes that helped us like balance our gut and just have a great lymphatic system. And like we got all into skin. And then we had this delusion that we were going to become multi-bajillionaires selling skincare supplements.
No, wait, backtrack. We were delusional to the fact that we thought we were going to raise from an investor $5 million. Like we were, it's like,
Daddy, can I have $5 million?
Daddy, go on my knees, girl.
Like we literally were so delusional that we had spent many nights, many mornings. We were obsessed with creating this business and this structure.
But we saw the vision.
We saw the vision. So you know what we did? We sourced out all of our ingredients. We found suppliers and manufacturers. We found a really great partner in New York. We had multiple meetings. We had done all the formulation. We found a formulator. Then we had
the ingredients for our supplements.
Yeah, and then we had literally all the branding and the packaging. We did everything ourselves.
Yep.
But we tried to figure out different ways to make it work. And in the end,
we were so close.
We were so close. We were actually within like just the grasp of $5 million.
No, we weren't, baby. We were like in the grasp of $250,000.
Okay,
I think someone wanted to maybe just give us $250 to raise.
So we ended up talking to several venture capitalist firms.
We even learned what a convertible note was.
We were being offered convertible notes so that we could build equity in our business and have the right partners to help fund it. And we ended up talking to this woman named Shayna, who basically sold Pinterest for hundreds of millions of dollars and then got into another thing and sold that for $100 million. She was like an icon.
She was.
And she is an icon. She's still doing great business. And
Shayna, if you're listening, girl, help us out.
And we ended up having a call with her. And we had to pitch her the whole business, the whole idea. Yeah. And we had to show her all of our projections. And we literally did this all ourselves. We got this delusion so big that we were actually talking to like really big players.
We just fully put ourselves out there.
And we got it to such a point as far as we could until we actually had to realize that we had nothing.
We had no money left.
We had no money
to pay our bill.
We weren't going to work. We weren't doing nothing else other than working on this delusion.
Shit.
And we literally ran out of cash and had to like get back to our jobs. And then reality set in and we had to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
But like that was like a really early on delusion that we had, that we worked really hard, together on. And it was going somewhere.
Yep.
And I feel like we've had many other delusional moments and they have worked out.
My whole life has been a delusion. I mean, I was a performer. I always wanted to dance for big artists like J-Lo or Ariana Grande or Demi Lovato. And I literally packed up my bags and I moved to Los Angeles to chase this dream where my mum literally called me a gypsy because I was living this aspirational life.
Yeah.
Like delusional.
But I think anyone who has a mind that like thinks beyond their mean, or like they think outside the box, or they really have this vision for the future life that they want, you have to have a little sprinkling of delusion. You got to be a bit crazy to do crazy things.
Yes.
Period.
You do.
I want to play a little game.
Oh, I love a game.
And this game is called Delulu or Not. I'm going to say a few statements and you're going to say, and everyone listening, play along with me. Is it delusional or not?
Okay. Give me an example. Like, is the statement something that's going to happen in my life and that I would say whether it's delusional or not? Or is this just a general statement?
This is a general statement and you can apply it to yourself. So example question is like, you're going to release a single on Spotify and have it hit the top charts without any marketing.
Not delusional.
Not delusional.
No, because these days you have Instagram, you have social medias, you have TikTok. You can definitely get a song out there.
You can make that happen.
Yep. Get it trending, girl. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Okay, next.
I believe I can become a famous drag queen and perform at RuPaul's DragCon within 1 year.
Not delusional. Look at Hollywood Star, bitch.
Hollywood Star basically, during the pandemic, decided I'm going to become a famous international drag queen.
Correct.
And I'm going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And now she's going to Hollywood to go to LA DragCon.
Hollywood's going to Hollywood.
Girl, you can do it.
She made it happen. So can you. Okay, another one. I will be featured on the cover of Forbes as the top influencer changing the world.
Not delusional.
That's not delusional.
Nope.
That's actually
achievable.
That's very achievable. We've seen it happen over and over again.
Yep.
I mean, even look at Kim Kardashian.
Right.
She was on the cover of Vogue.
But do you know Kim Kardashian in 2014 on her videotape said that she's going to be a famous celebrity?
I think that she, at a very young age, decided she was going to be famous.
Yep.
For being famous.
Correct.
I wasn't like, I'm going to sing, I'm going to act, I'm going to do this.
She just wanted to be famous.
I just want fame, period, and stop.
Yep.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she is.
Look at her now, girl.
People think about, oh, what talent does she have? Who gives a shit? She got exactly what she envisioned. I'm going to meet and marry a celebrity within 1 year. So obviously we're married, so that's not going to happen.
But I would still say not delusional.
Not delusional. I had a friend named, I'll say Jay, and she was obsessed with dating celebrity guys. She would only date celebrity men. She went from literally like Joe Manganiello or whatever that guy's name is.
Who?
Sofia Vergara's ex-husband.
Oh.
To the lead singer of this band, to the celebrity stylist of this person, to the, like, literally just jumping. And she was just like, I'm going to marry a celebrity, full stop.
Delulu.
No, she did it.
She did it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And last one, I'm going to start a podcast and get over 10 million downloads and win a major award.
Not delusional.
Well, we didn't do that. But we still have the dream.
We still have the dream.
And you know what? It's going to happen because of you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Modern Gaze every single week and for supporting the show. And if you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe, review Modern Gaze on any podcast platform that you may be listening to us on, as well as join the conversation on Instagram and Threads.
Us gays, we just know how to do stuff.
Well, what about modern gays?
That's easy. Modern gays do everything.
Okay, so the power of being delusional.
Drive delusion, as Mistress Isabel Brooks says.
Yes. She was delusional to think she was going to win RuPaul's Drag Race.
She got close.
She did get
Top
very,
three.
very close.
There you go.
Well, what does it mean to be delusional in the context of goal setting?
I think in the context of goal setting, to be delusional means to be an overachiever. I think people who are considered delusional are high achievers.
Yeah. I think the Delulus out there, like you and me, but I think that
we are Delulu.
100%. I think we do things very specifically when we have an idea of what we want to achieve. First, we believe in it.
Yep.
We visualize it. And then we break through the mental barriers that are stopping us from getting it.
And that's the thing, right? Because when you are delusional, or people say that you're crazy, or that's too much, or you can't achieve that, or what are you doing? What are you thinking? That comes with the self-talk or the self-limiting beliefs every day. And it makes you second guess it or question it.
Yeah.
Whether it's actually achievable.
Well, I think before we get to like breaking it down to saying like we can't achieve it, we have to think about it actually believing in it. And I think that's the first thing.
You have to believe.
You have to believe in your delusion. Yeah, like just build it and they will come, right? There's all these statements and like ideas and phrases where we've had to help us understand this idea.
Like Lady Gaga says, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
Like you just have to like embrace.
Yeah, like this is me.
Who the fuck you are.
Be confident.
And that also goes into what you want to achieve. Like when I think about the things that I have achieved throughout my life, I always really, really believed in them.
Me too.
Like I early on would obsess about films and cinematography, and I just love filmmaking. I love movies. I love storytelling. And so I asked my parents to buy me this like little mini film set, and it had this like little tiny camera in it, and I would set up the actors and the stage and the props and whatever. And I would start to build this fantasy around it. And then I would actually believe that I was going to become that. And that was me. You know, I had a really good sense of what I wanted to do with my life.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember like being 7, 8 years old, and I would put on performances for my family with a whole show because I wanted to always perform and entertain. And I would always make sure that at Christmas and at Easter and at all these family events, everyone was sitting there on their chairs watching me dance. And then I became a performer, and I toured and I did musicals and I did all these amazing things. And that actually kind of transpired into my career.
And you know what it took?
Delusion.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and
talent, darling.
But it's specifically the nerve. And I think that you have to have the nerve to actually believe. And that's the tricky thing, is that you have to have that extra confidence or sense of like awareness to just believe in you.
You have to believe in yourself.
So I think if you can get that belief down, then you have to then work on the visualization.
Correct. I mean, look at Chanel from Housewives of Dubai. She believes...
You were obsessed with Chanel from the Housewives of Dubai.
I love Chanel. She comes in with these fabulous wigs, and she's sitting in her confessionals going, I'm that bitch.
Yes, she has a lot of confidence.
And when she actually said that, I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, queen. You are that bitch.
See, for me as an outsider, I'm just like, I don't know if I fully believe in it myself, because I feel like it's a bit of an act. Or is she acting?
No, there's like a wall. She is authentic.
But I think that her way of projecting that personality is really helping her believe in it herself.
Yes, I agree.
And that's working towards her vision of how she sees herself and instilling to be able to grow into that character.
Correct, but look at the success she's had already.
You have a little bit of everything, but that's never going to stop everyone from fully believing in you.
Correct.
But it doesn't give them, who gives a shit if I believe in Chanel? Chanel's living in Dubai making $100 million and we're on the couch and
watching her. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, it's having that way to, I think, build that bridge from belief into visualization, where she obviously had the vision for herself. Before we moved to a new place, we started envisioning what our life looked like in that new place.
Yes.
Until we felt like we built enough of a vision board in our own minds,
right,
that we could then move there and go and achieve it. I think visualization, where it's vision boards or closing your eyes and imagining the world that you could live in or see yourself within, It's huge because that helps build your path into getting to where you want to go. And it also helps you build goals.
It does.
Or set milestones.
It helps you remove negative thoughts and negative thinking. It helps you remove like that small mind, thinking small.
That's like where you need to get through those mental barriers that you might have. And it could be negative self-talk. It could be financial limitation.
It could be judgment.
It could be parents and friends that don't support you in your journey towards whatever dream you might have. There's a saying, the Delulu is the Salulu.
That's the new saying. The Gen Zers are saying that.
That you have to just really dig deep into your delusion when you feel like the struggle is high and you may start to lose that vision. Just bank and like double down on that delusion because it will get you there. Just stay focused.
Do you know what helps me double down when I'm like derailing off the delusional thought? Meditation.
Yes.
Recognizing the feeling that's coming up and sitting with it and acknowledging it and saying to your ego, thank you for protecting me or trying to protect me, but I got this.
Oh.
That's been my new thing, actually.
Okay, so you feel like your own internal self,
my own internal saboteur,
has been working to sabotage
been creeping up on my legs.
So you just are able to, while meditating, realize that your own ego or your own self is coming through to try to stop you.
Correct.
And
it tries somehow. To scare me.
So what part of your mind is really blocking that? Or
no,
how
so
are you doing that?
No. So to backtrack, before I even meditate, if I feel a sense of doubt or fear or something that's coming up to like stop me from something, I acknowledge it and I'm like, I see you, I recognize you, the fear, and I'm like, thank you for. I've learned this thing where it's like you have to thank it and you have to acknowledge it for trying to come and protect you.
So it's not just block it. You have to acknowledge it.
Yes, but you have to say to it, I got this.
Okay.
And then you can meditate and be grounded again.
Okay.
So that's my new thing.
These are tips for ultimate delusion success.
I guess.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like when you are in a state of
which fantasy, that also sounds delusional dealing with it. So
well, this whole episode is delusional.
Yes.
This is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Is that everyone follows a very similar path in life. I think that we also see lots of side roads and different paths to take on our ultimate journey to wherever we're going. And we get excited about those side roads, meaning that like, if there's like offshoots and opportunities to do some creative projects or to be able to express ourselves in a unique way or to go on some other type of adventure or to save towards a ridiculous goal or do something on our own or together, like we get excited about that opportunity.
Right. And that's the thing. The delusional thoughts drive our hunger.
Yeah.
They drive our curiosity for life and the thirst, the quest for life. I don't think either of us could come to one another anymore and say a thought or a comment or a desire and we'd be like, you're fucking crazy. Like, no.
Right.
Like, I think we would both be like, okay, we can make it work or we can maybe make it happen or like, let's talk about it some more.
Yeah.
Like, I think I love that we never judge each other's delusion is what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Like, I feel like we're both like, let's make it work or let's make it happen or how can we make it happen?
We have definitely not always been, on the same page.
Eye to eye.
But we have never turned each other's delusion down.
If anything, we go the next level of a delusion. We're really bad influence on each other.
No, but very good because it actually keeps our energy and our vibration. Like we talked about this like in another episode, talking about like vibrating harder and higher, where it's like we're on the same frequency. We're thinking the same. We're in the same energy, right?
Yep.
And when one of us has a crazy idea, we just like amp it up and be like, yes, how are we going to achieve this together? Yes. Or like, how can I help you?
Who do you think's the more delusional one in the relationship?
Me, 100%.
100%.
That was easy.
That was very easy.
I'm constantly coming up with ideas.
Constantly doing my head in. You're going to make me gray.
And I literally have maybe achieved, at least 25% of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's not bad.
Keep going, babe.
So talking about other people that have done some really wild, crazy things.
Yes.
Out of their delusion.
Like celebrities.
So Ariana Grande, in 2011, she tweeted that she loved seeing Wicked again, thought it was an amazing production, and it made her realize how badly she wanted to play Glinda at some point in her life. And it was literally #dreamroll.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in 2011. Granted, she was already, in the music industry.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean she's going to have that opportunity or cross over into that type of a role.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, basically manifested that so that she's coming out with a role in next year or in November.
November this year.
She's coming out with that role.
Yep.
And she literally played Glinda.
Yeah.
And she's been literally manifesting that earlier on in her career and made it happen.
10 years of delusion.
It's literally more than 10 years of delusion. So Sabrina Carpenter.
Yep. Another big one.
Another one, right? Everyone loves her espresso. She makes a great cup
Think
of
about
coffee.
me. Girl, she's making me that espresso. I want it strong. Pour it on hot and sweet like I like my man.
So she entered a Taylor Swift karaoke competition back when she was, I think, like 13 years old or something. And the whole point of the competition was to meet the artist.
Correct.
Anyway, she was turned down because she wasn't old enough to participate at the time, the terms and conditions. And many, many years later, as in this past year, she just has basically toured the entire world
with
opening
Taylor
up
Swift.
for Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And not only that, she's playing karaoke technically when Taylor Swift comes on the stage and they get to sing a song together.
100%.
So, I mean, literally making your international pop star dreams come true.
Anyone can do it if we're all a little bit Delulu. Then you also have Megan and the Stallions.
Megan the Stallion. How many stallions are there?
Megan the Stallions?
No, there's Megan
the Stallion.
She is the Stallion.
Then you also have Megan the Stallion, who back in 2024 tweeted, I need a team because this rap shit's going to take off for me.
Yeah, so she really basically knew, I'm about to blow up. I have a feeling I'm going to see it.
2024 love. That's 10 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Does it take 10 years of being delusional or putting it out there for it to come
Sometimes.
true?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because people always say famous overnight.
No.
Meanwhile, you've put in the work over a decade to achieve what you've achieved. And then bam, looks like you've done it so easily. But really, it was delusion of a decade that took it to where it was going.
Correct.
And then the last one, and this is a bit cheese, but it's relevant. It's Walt Disney. Walt Disney basically dreamed of a land that seemed unrealistic.
Oh my God, do you know which movie I want to watch right now?
What?
Pinocchio.
Okay.
I love Pinocchio. Girl, why are you laughing at me right now? I love Pinocchio.
But that is a
When You Wish
perfect
Upon a
scenario.
Star.
Like he wanted to become a boy.
Oh my God. When you were a kid, what was your favorite Walt Disney movie?
Fantasia.
I never watched Fantasia.
It was literally just so creative and wild and fantastical.
Oh.
And it was literally full on delusion. So that's all the celebrities we got for now. But there's tons. I mean, basically, if you are a celebrity, you're delusional. If you have achieved anything great in your life, delusion.
If you're Donald Trump, you're delusional.
Full on delusion.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. But then literally anyone that has ever achieved anything or really, 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 really worked super hard and did something that no one thought delusional. And it's incredible.
Yeah.
Delusion is a powerful thing.
I'm going to be delusional all week now. Ariana Grande, to quote, says, I see it, I want it, I got it.
I like it, I got it.
That's what she says.
Yeah.
She's visualizing it, she's seeing it all, she's got all the steps. I was dancing around the house, singing it out loud. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
That's all you have to do.
Babe, I literally was doing it all day Friday.
What, to close a deal?
Yep. Because that's what she's saying.
Yes.
You have to put it out there. That's
Okay.
Ariana Grande's strategy.
So Ariana Grande obviously set some big goals, right? I think to be delusional in the best kind of way, you have to set big goals.
Scary goals.
Huge, overwhelming goals.
Ginormous.
Goals that scare you.
Fantasia.
The goals that really, really, really kind of set a fire
Put you
under
out of your
your
comfort
ass.
zone. Yes.
And that really ignite your passion and excitement.
Yes.
It has to be fantastic.
Fantastic.
And
Fabulous.
And it could be financial. Like put some money in the mix.
Yeah.
Like put some money. Give me some money.
Put some piggy in the bank.
Yeah. It can be focused on what you achieve for your career. It could be what you achieve
love.
For your love life and
relationships.
Finding the one. Or
maybe you are in a relationship and you want to improve the relationship.
Yeah. Or you want someone to really show up in the way that you obviously can't use magic. This isn't a potion.
No, it's not bibbidi bobbidi boo.
No, this is kind of like setting a really believable, because you believe it, doesn't matter if anyone else does, goal in your mind that you can say, I'm going to do that. I see it. I want it. I got it.
And
right?
people will call you delusional for it.
I have no problem setting big goals. I set lots of big goals. I'm unrealistic all the time. Big dreamer, right?
I do too.
But what are some visualization techniques that really work that people can use right now?
Well, people can script, they can meditate, they can journal, they can visualize, they can even like call up a friend and talk to them about their delusional goals and what they want to achieve and just verbalize it and putting it out there. Whenever it's a new moon, I always like to plant the seeds of intention.
Okay.
You can always charge the crystals.
Okay.
Burn the sage, get the feng shui happening. They can do lots of things.
Okay. And then what can you do to like realize if your Delulus are too delusional?
There's no such thing.
If you're really subscribing to this kind of thinking, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
Fully commit.
Fully commit.
Fully commit to the delusion.
Fully commit to it and keep going.
When I'm fully committed to my delusion, my dreams pick up. Like actually, I dream more.
Really?
So when I'm working towards things that I'm excited about, or if I have like big goals or whatever, I actually start dreaming about it. And then my dreams are even more crazy.
Wow.
Remember, guys, Delulu is the Solulu. We're going to be releasing some very exciting news soon, and we're going to be doing it first for our listeners on Patreon. So until next week, keep building the vibrant life you want by owning your authentic self.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel and Garet from Modern Gaze. You know how we're all about owning your authentic self, right? Well, we found something that's totally in line with that. It's called Homes Decor, spelled with 2 M's. Yeah, like home, but make it French and fabulous. This place is not your average home decor store. It's a vibe.
Picture this, guys. Provocative pillows that start conversations, gay vintage art that's like a time machine to the past, and futuristic drag queen portraits that are just iconic. It's all about expressing you.
And get this, they're offering free international shipping for orders over $200.
Save that money!
So you can be fabulous no matter where you are in the world.
Oh, and because we love you guys, use the code ModernGaze at checkout for a cheeky 10% off. It's like a high five from us to you.
So go ahead, make your space as vibrant as you are. Check out Homes, that's HOMMES, decor.com, and let your home tell your story.